Inevitably, as we steep ourselves into the new meta of a set, we start to get that itch for the set around the corner.
We spend some time theorizing what could be coming in the next set based on what we've seen thus far.
We also take a look at an old favorite, Hyperspace Jump, and its resurgence in the meta.
Welcome to the Chance Cube Live. This is episode 78, some good old speculation.
You have been well trained.
You don't have to carry sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Or do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
All right.
How's it going, everybody out in the Twitch world, or, of course, on the other side of the speakers if you're listening to us not live?
Howdy.
How's everyone doing? So, and of course, hello, R. July, who said hello in the chat.
I thought you got your months confused. I'm like, nope, March, but thanks for playing.
It's close enough.
Close enough. Well, of course, we always start each show with a little bit of recap on our week in Destiny, or lack thereof.
Lack
Mine
thereof,
might have been a
unfortunately.
lack thereof.
Oh, what?
Too.
You guys are such a disappointment. I mean,
I got like a lot of stuff going on here, Jason. I just sold my house. I just closed escrow. I just found my new house in Santa Cruz. I'm a little busy packing a house, but I have got some games in on TTS. Did
you pick out your podcast spot?
Oh yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I have personal balcony in my own podcast room. Yeah.
Whoa!
what?
Yeah, the podcast facility, and then I have my own private patio. So
That's amazing.
yeah. So when I get smacked down on TTS, I can just go out on the balcony and get a little fresh air and relax for a few minutes. Because inevitably that's what's going to happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
TTS,
amazing, dude.
TTS has been good to me this week. I have been playing quite a bit. I went back to Emo Kids, and I've been playing with that deck a lot. And it's just a fun deck to play. I've played it for so long that I know the deck well. I know Blue Villain really well, so it's just I'm really comfortable with it. So it's been fun to play, and I've been having some success with it, especially with the new cards. So yeah.
I was gonna ask if you updated it with stuff from the new set.
Oh yeah, I had to, and I brought in some of the stuff that's the Mother Talzin stuff too, just to kind of get some more. A little more control and foresight, I guess you could call it, into what they're going to be holding in their hand or deck.
That's cool.
Nice.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, buddy.
I've been playing a little bit more on TTS as well. Things have been, I don't want to say slowing down. Slowing down is the wrong word. Work has been allocated in different directions, which has allowed me to play a little bit more on TTS. I was experimenting with the Thrawn Talzin that's going around right now.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting. It's very much a thinky deck. I'm not sure you really have to know what you're looking for in the opponent's hand. And know what those resource costs are. Kind of makes me want to put together some flashcards so I can remember resource costs.
Ooh, you should make a PDF file, and then we could all download it.
That'd be cool.
That would be sweet.
Have
Patreon exclusive.
And all your abundance of time.
But that's been fun. Now that I've seen, I think a recent regionals got Palpatine in the top 8 for Legacies. So someone's got it out there. So I may have to see what their secret sauce was and see if there's a way to make him relevant in the current meta, because he's not doing so hot otherwise.
Nah, he needs a little bit more love. I really think he needs. Well, we'll talk about this later in speculation, but I really think he needs a little 1 or 2 point character to give him a little boost. Maybe something with a guardian keyword and a 4 health or something. But we'll talk about that later. That's showtime.
I mean, after Rebels yesterday, I felt like a little Ugnaught might be the thing, right?
Maybe.
A neutral Ugnaught.
Interesting.
With a blaster who just shoots everything.
He comes with a blaster, but he's only got 4 health or something. You get one shot him.
I don't know. Who knows? That'd be great. And what about you, Kim?
Well, I'm hoping the local shop does draft for me again. Well, I shouldn't say just for me, But I put the feelers out there. Originally they had said they were going to do like every other week. So constructed 1 week, draft the next. So I'm anxious to get back. I want to draft again. Really bad.
Nice.
And I don't know. It's like it's split down the middle because there's some guys still prepping. I think there's one more regional close to us, so I get why they want to do constructed right now. And I didn't even think about that when I threw the question out there. So I get it if we do some more constructed for the next couple of weeks. But dang it, I don't have a deck built. I keep putting some stuff together and mixing it up, and bleh comes out. So I don't know. I got a couple of ideas. So maybe if you guys don't keep me up super far past my bedtime, I might get a deck built before, so I can take something constructed tomorrow, just in case we don't draft.
So what I would suggest is if you don't have a ton of time to be able to like build the deck and then test it and test it and test it, build a deck and then go on to SW Destiny DB and find a deck that's close. And then see what they're doing and see what cards are fitting well in that character pairing's support. And if it's close, maybe make a couple changes or something. Because it's not technically... I mean, it's not net decking because you're...
Right.
You built the deck yourself, but you're just trying to compare it to other people. And that might give you a little bit of advantage.
That makes sense. Well, and I thought about pulling what you did and just pulling out an old favorite and taking it just for old time's sake.
It's fun. It really is fun. And especially...
Like, I thought about Baby Vader 9s. I've missed that deck lately.
You talk about it a lot. You should just play it.
I love that deck. I really had a lot of fun with that deck.
And instead of spending the time to build a new deck, just spend that time modifying that deck with the new legacy cards.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be quite as weapon heavy as it used to be, since 9's got knocked down a peg or two. I need to make sure the numbers still work, though. I think it does, even with 9's getting pushed up. I think it still works.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'll have to look. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping that I really do want to do draft again, just to have a second run at it now that I learned some stuff.
For sure. Awesome. Of course, if there's anyone out there in the chat who has a question, we do have a segment at the end of the show where we answer those questions, so feel free to drop them in there.
Any questions?
Any questions. All of them. All the questions.
About Jason's hair, or what he's writing on his board back there.
There's nothing on the board.
He has to
last time. Wasn't it last week or the week before that it said help me?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah. When you guys were kind of off the rails.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never. We are always on track.
Mike and I are the most professional podcasters out there.
Yes. Twitch streamers is another story. Podcasting, yes.
Anyways, so let's jump into the news for the week.
Let's do it.
Let me take that back, huh? You'll find what you need.
So there were a couple of regionals last weekend. It's so funny as the regionals continue to go on and on. We're getting less and less reports. There's lots of, I want to say, less in-depth coverage of them, especially if any of the content
That's
groups
a fair
were
word.
close to it. We still managed to find the top 8. Someone drops it somewhere, whether it's in a local group, on some sort of message board across the seas, whether it's listing all the decks on SW Destiny DB. So we continue to log those winners over at our website under the resources section. This last week, there was a event in Holbæk, Denmark that had 25 players, where the final match was a mirror match between the BROTK, or the BROTK, coined by Hyperloop's Honestly Sarcastic, which is a version of the how many activations of Seventh Sister can you get, which includes Sienna and Night Sister for some extra control, and Darth Maul's lightsaber, which is showing up like everywhere as a nasty.
I'm never gonna get one of those things.
Nasty.
It's like that one of the only
weapon.
2 legacies I have, or 2 legendaries I have from Legacy set. Is a
Maul's lightsaber.
Yes, that's
problem.
the one thing I have.
Yeah, he did. He didn't get any. Like, he got so little play early on, and now it's like every villain deck has a Maul. Like, every villain deck's based around Maul's lightsaber coming out at some point and doing just massive modified damage twice.
That is one amazing lightsaber. I almost said something else, but it's pretty bad.
Absolutely, and I think that's very much why we saw this mirror match over there. And then up in New York, Boba's seventh sister defeated a Thrawn Talzin in the final round. So Boba Fett's getting some love too.
Yeah, he's starting to pop up a lot.
A lot.
In the last, couple of weeks, I'm starting to see a lot of Boba decks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a little, I think it's just a little more on the aggro side than what we've seen. All the Sabine Ezra, the Bro TK, OTK decks, they're a little more combo-y. Lots of power, but you have to get them set up, whether it's the running interference stuff or whether it's the reactivating Seventh Sister, all that stuff.
Right.
So Boba's seventh is just throwing damage out there.
Cool.
From the
I
top.
like a fast deck.
I do too, but it sucks playing against them. And if you don't get your draws in the beginning, you're kind of screwed. You're
fighting. Yeah, you're playing from behind at that point.
For sure. Yeah, so there wasn't a whole lot of other Destiny stuff going on this week. I know Fantasy Flight.
There was one that got postponed because of weather in Maryland.
You know what's not on this news list?
What's
the
that?
World's Prizes.
We got to talk about those.
Yeah, we got to talk about those.
The World's Prizes. So
I wish I had the website pulled up.
Fantasy Flight Games brought to the forefront all their prizing for Worlds this year.
They're very
and they stepped up their game from last year.
I feel like they might have heard some squabbling. You know what I mean? Like I think it's significantly
absolutely
improved from last year.
Well, last year's Worlds was,
but they didn't know last year,
right before Spirit, fizzled. Right? Yeah, it was like Legion's getting organized play support, but they're not at Worlds because they're not going to sell the same way Destiny sold, and they didn't expect. I don't think
they don't have the IP is the problem,
right? And so I don't know. It's just. I really love the fact they've kind of gone all in on the prizing and some really creative stuff too, right? So the top 8 are going to get the power action tokens, which look like poker chips.
Yeah. Those are pretty cool.
Those are cool.
I kind of want to up my game and get a ticket just to do that.
So you could get those. Yeah,
those are. The Sabine mat for the winner is pretty sweet too.
Oh boy,
with the
Matt
Darksaber,
is dreaming about that sucker. Like he is drooling.
He'll probably get it.
But it is an amazing. That's some of the best art I've seen come out on some of their mats.
Thing.
Isn't there a Darth Maul mat too? Or did I see that somewhere else and I'm crazy?
There's a top 16 mat, which I can't remember what it is, or maybe it's the top 30 mat. That may be Darth Maul. I can't remember. You may be mixing it up with the Darth Maul, the 2-player mat from.
It's not the 2-player because it's a single one. Because Maddie Scott and I were talking about it because he and I are both big Maul fans. Let me hang on. Let me Google Foo for a moment.
Google it.
Yeah, and what I'm excited about that's actually more achievable for those of us who have tickets is the battle droid mural. Like the 5 battle droids that make one picture.
That's really cool.
Oh, yeah. That thing is cool. Really cool.
So, really encourages you to play a 5-white deck just so you can have a different art on each battle droid that matches up with each other. That's a really great move for them. I think we've seen...
that's pretty cool.
We've seen them do that with the Celebration Luke and Vader. Or, no, sorry. Comic-Con.
I found it.
The Comic-Con Luke and Vader that made the Ralph McQuarrie picture, but you can't play those two together.
No. You can also get that art on some shoes. There's a Kanan Jarrus plastic card.
Put the link here in the in our show in our.
It's on my phone.
Oh,
hang on.
Because I'll just pull it up and we can all look at it together.
I'm doing it. I'm all by myself looking at this.
You're just gonna explain it all to us instead.
I will draw you pictures. I will hold my phone up to your monitors.
Yeah, you could hold your phone up to the camera. That's quality.
That's quality right there.
All right. Where are you typing it?
Hang on, guys. I'm hurt. Somebody fill the gap. Talk. Talk amongst yourselves while I look this up.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen all the prizes, but what I've seen so far looks really good, and I do agree that they stepped their game up because I think a ton of people complained last year. You go to a Worlds event, and the best thing they had at Worlds, I think, was that deck box, and everybody got one. So,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything super special.
There wasn't a promo card for the top. There wasn't. I think there were some tokens, but they were like, whatever.
Oh Lord!
Did you give me the link?
I'm working on it.
Right there.
Oh, Jason beat you turkey leg.
You're welcome.
Ooh, turkey leg.
It's getting serious in here now. Though the mall mat is for top 32. And I'm not going to make top 32. I don't even have a ticket yet. But I would gladly purchase that for a minimal price.
Well, I'm sure it will be available for sale somewhere.
It's awesome looking. Like it's really good art.
Yeah.
The Jedi temple's behind him. Is that a Jedi temple?
That's the Sith temple in Malachor.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
See, those two know a little bit more than I do.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great stuff. I'm glad they're doing a prize. Well, I'm also glad they're win 3 games in Swiss and get the Kanan.
That Kanan's really nice.
I did like that. You just have to win 3 rounds as opposed to winning 6, right? 6.
Because you'll get. So if you're not familiar with the format at Worlds, every time you win a game, you get prize tickets, which you can spin at the prize wall. So even that encourages you, even if you're like 0-5, to go for that last game to at least get some more extra tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And then those tickets, and you can earn those tickets on side events as well. This is the first. They didn't do this last year, but they're doing it this year. Where during the Swiss rounds, if you win 3 games, you get this Kanan Jarrus kind of plastic spot gloss or whatever card, which is really nice.
All right,
and then
prizes.
4 games can get the shield tokens that have the droidicas on them, so that's pretty cool too.
I like that Destiny T-shirt. I wouldn't mind that.
I did see that. That's actually pretty cool.
And there's a participation prize of the Alt Art Palpatine, which
is
I'm kind of
creepy
digging.
looking. Yeah, I like
Isn't
it.
he?
Yeah. That's like the coolest.
You can hear
so
him
far.
going.
Yeah, you can just hear that gnarly voice or that sound that's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So is that thing with Vader? That's got to be one of those dice binders.
That's what I thought too. It was a binder, but I don't see it listed.
Yeah,
But it looks
championship
like one of the
card
binders.
binder and pack of 100 World Championship card sleeves.
Oh wow!
Yeah, those red. So the picture I'm showing on Twitch right now. So you see the card sleeves here. They're like a red back, and they say Worlds. You got the Palpatine
Those
card.
are pretty
That's great, actually, because last year all we got was a pack of Dragon Shields. Just
a
box
pack.
of Dragon
I wonder if
Shields.
these are made by Dragon Shield.
I think they're probably FFG's brand. I don't know if FFG
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot.
sells through Dragon Shield, but which is really nice when you think about it. Because how many, if you show up to Worlds and your sleeves are all messed up or you don't have the right kind of sleeves, like they're giving everyone sleeves, saying you have no excuse for bad sleeves.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to mention
and these look dark enough too that you wouldn't be able to see through the back of them.
right,
So
and not to mention they have a storefront, so you can buy your own sleeves there if you wanted to.
of course they do.
Yeah,
That's like going to the hotel and forgetting your toothbrush.
So now I'm showing the 5-wide battle droid mural.
Those are really cool.
That is so cool.
I'm imagining it's going to be like a certain number of prize tickets per card.
You think so?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to probably
I
earn
bet it
several prize tickets.
I want this for Nate because he's got that 5 droid deck that he's playing.
Mm-hmm. I've seen. People aren't doing too bad with that deck. It's kind of nasty, but
if it gets going again, if it gets going,
sure.
He had a Sonic Canic, and I haven't seen the whole play. I knew he lost by just a smidge, but
he had that LR1K in there. That thing's cool, man. That is a beast of a support.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
There's this really cool medal. Did we talk about the medal that you get?
We haven't got there yet. I want to go down the line so everybody can see what we're talking about. Next, we're looking at Kanan.
We're at the Rogers. All right.
Yeah, those are cool tokens that we got here.
Yeah,
and that's a plastic Kanan as well.
Yeah,
it is. It's hard to see in this picture, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's I think Kanan for winning 3 rounds, and then I think if you win 4 rounds, you get the shield tokens.
Yeah.
So that's a fair
more.
number. That's a fair number. They're going to be getting those. If you're assuming 100 players per day, and there are 3 days with Swiss, you're looking at 300 players. So they're probably going to give away at least 120 of these cards, and maybe 100 of the shield tokens.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So they're still going to be fairly rare, but super cool. Yeah. So I guess my desire to get all the promos for Destiny, well, that went to pot with the Galactic qualifiers, but this makes it even harder.
It did make it a lot more complicated.
I just can't keep up. Mm-hmm. The mall playmat, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at now.
I love that playmat. God, that thing is sick.
Finally, they're finally doing this. Down in the bottom, you get a little tiny top 32. I honestly don't understand why they don't put that bigger on the mat, because I get it, like maybe it's tacky or something, but as like a mat collector, I want to see that on the mat. I want to see top 16, top 8, 32, whatever. At least they got it in the little corner down here now, so you see the Fantasy Flight.
That's cool.
I think that's the season logo next to it.
Yes, I think you're right.
I don't know. I'm having trouble.
Well, it's the Fantasy Flight logo, and then it's. Let me see if I can zoom it in on here.
It's like a red.
Yeah, it's a red square. So I'm not. Maybe another sponsor. I'm not sure.
It does kind of look like the season deal.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, the mat is super cool. Maul looks badass on there.
I want one of those.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Wait, that would look really nice with the Kylo mat that Jim has from Origins. That I've only seen a few of those too. That's mostly like his saber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it would look very nice together.
So then, top 16, we get down to this big old medal.
Isn't that thing cool? You could hurt somebody with that sucker.
Seriously. Okay, so just like the heroes of Battle of Yavin 4, each of the top 16 participants in Star Wars Destiny World Championship will receive a stunning commemorative medal.
Very nice. It's very stunning.
I am a runner, and I am a medal whore. The only reason I run is to collect medals. I
can understand why. I've got some cool ones for the few races that
I'll shank some people in the parking lot for this thing right here, just so you know. This medal is really cool. We're going to watch
Mike. It is
and it says World Championship in Arabesh on it. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Wait a minute. How did you know that?
Because if you work at Disney, you have to know how to read Arabish, apparently. Because everybody at Disney knows how.
How did you know that?
I wouldn't say everyone, but if you see it enough, you get a sense of what it's saying.
So they make these things at Disney. Like little name tags. Yeah, and then you get your name on there. And then all the guys that work there want to read what name you have. So they apparently everybody knows how to read Arabish. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mine's at my desk at work. Moving on.
Top 8. To join the top 8 at Star Wars Destiny World Championships, you need to master your timing. You need to use every action in just the right order, just the right time. And then top 8 will get 11 power action tokens. That's crazy, 11. That's a lot of action tokens.
Yeah,
I think it's one for every power action. One for every power action in the game right now.
Yeah, because it says it's featuring artwork to match the cards they're associated with. So that's cool.
Yeah, just very cool artwork. I like that they're poker chips. That's kind of cool. Let's see.
Makes them easier to transport.
Yeah, you can get like a little poker sleeve for them. Mm-hmm. All right, now top 4. Top 4 gets this beautiful print featuring art by Aura Falney. And let's see. Yeah, and everybody can see the art there.
Yeah, it's the art from the Patience card, which is really nice.
Really nice art. It's
yeah, very cool. I wish they said what size this was.
Oh yeah, it doesn't, does it?
That's probably an 8 by 10.
You think 8 by 10?
Yeah.
Everybody's got.
It's still very cool though. Even if it was only 8 by 10, it's still very cool.
You can also send that to Kim at Chainski. It looked really cool back here. Right now I have a Legend of Zelda picture. I'm sure we could fit it in over here.
Nice. And then and then we got runner-up. It's this really nice plaque. Oh, so runner-up gets plaque. That's new for this season.
Yes, and they're finalists. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Very cool. And then we will go on to the champion of the worlds. Gets us a really badass Sabine mat.
It's amazing.
this giant piece of glass that you sit on your desks to show that you are the best Destiny player in the world.
Pretty awesome.
And you get a ticket that lets you sleep and go on an airplane. According to the picture.
It's a flight and hotel for next year's Worlds. They cover all your travel expenses.
I like Mike's description a little bit better.
That's what it is. It just shows a picture.
I'm just putting this out there now. Like, these mats are awesome, but I think they should partner with Ultra Sabers or someone and have an actual lightsaber that they give the winner.
That would be pretty ridiculous. That would be awesome.
I mean, because actually, I have mine right here, my Ultra Sabers.
Nice.
They're amazing. I love them.
Let's see. So, finally, the world champion winner. Let's see. Yeah, trophy flight, free seat, and a companion seat. That's kind of cool.
You can bring a friend.
I wonder if it's seat 4 worlds. So your playtest buddy or whatever. And the greatest prize in the game. A chance to interact with the game developers to inspire the design of a future card.
That's pretty cool.
They don't picture that in this sweet picture of all the stuff you get.
No.
I know, and I'm wondering if didn't last year's winner, weren't they able to do a card?
They were. We haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
I know. I was just thinking. But that's Sabine mat. It's a one-of-a-kind Sabine mat, so that's really flipping off.
I'm sure the
card don't buy it if you see 3 or 4 of them online. They're not real.
Or buy it if you like the art. Just don't pay the one in a
Don't
million
pay $200
price.
for it.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
These are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
very
and
cool.
Then we're going to talk about this dark saber here in a little bit too. In our speculation,
it's coming.
We're talking about that.
All right. So before we jump into our card dissection, just a reminder from promotional code for our friends over at Inked Gaming. If you would like a 12% discount over your entire order, whether it be custom or stuff they already have in their store, just use the discount code ChanceKing12 for that discount.
Did I tell you guys I saw one of their dice bags from Inked this week?
I didn't realize they had dice bags.
They are really nice dice bags. Like they're, I would highly recommend them to carry. Like I almost picked one up, but I would like to get one that's, I don't know, maybe have Change Cube on it or something. But they're really slick. I mean, they're nice on the inside. They're a thicker material. Like, yeah, they're pretty slick. Check them out.
Very cool.
I'm gonna go on a little quick tangent for dice bags. Last year at KublaCon, there was a company there that was in the midst of a Kickstarter called D-Bags, and they make these dice bags that's like a rolling tray in the middle, and you put all your dice on the outside, and it drawstrings shut. So you have all your dice, and you have a rolling tray all in one. It's really cool. It's like it's meant for D&D players, but you could put any dice in there.
Sure.
Yeah, very cool.
I need that in my life for many reasons, Destiny and D&D related.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, well let's move on to some card dissection.
Hello, what have we here?
So definitely wanted to talk a little bit about Hyperspace Jump this week. This has been a card that has seen some significant play recently in the Sabine Ezra, Sabine Yoda decks that are out there. And it's not a card that we've seen since then, actually. I mean, ever since it got nerfed with the Hyperspace loop, the Hyperloop that was going around.
The Hyperloop.
This card like died, right? It never came back.
Everybody dropped it.
It instantly
got gone.
Yeah, thrown in the trash instantly.
And now it's back.
Yeah.
And now it's back in more of a mitigation, in a way of saying, I'm faster than you, so I'm going to do all my damage, and then take away your entire turn because you're slower.
And now those decks really don't have a problem making money, so a 3-cost card is really not a big deal anymore. So
yeah, before that was a big challenge with this card was the cost. So you could get it out in that Poe deck, and that was about the only thing that could afford it.
Yeah, anything with Yoda.
That wanted it.
Anything with Yoda can easily use Hyperspace.
Yeah,
it's just it's a cool card. I like it. I wish it was neutral though, because this would be good for heroes too.
You guys have enough crap.
Do you
Villains
think
has
so?
enough crap.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think you do.
I'm pretty sure heroes keep winning everything.
Whatever.
Not this last weekend.
Not that.
This meta.
All right.
Maybe. Prior to that, I don't know.
All right. Well,
that's funny. Yeah, I think this is huge at this point for looking at control to just completely shut down your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's. I think it's the 3 resource cost that's prevented it from being useful recently, and I think it's Maz's Vault and Truce that have come in recently that have made this a viable card to see through.
Yeah, pairing that with running interference, like you just shut everything down.
Yeah.
Like you also can't do this. Oh, and I'm just gonna end the turn.
Yeah, you could stop them with running interference to get your last 2, resolutions done, and then you drop hyperspace and end the turn and start the whole phase over again. And now, you've claimed you own the battlefield basically. So, right. Yeah, it's
now I would want a way to either disrupt or somehow get rid of those resources that my opponent had. So I want that burned some way or another so that they're not going into the next round with 4 resources. That would be the one thing that I'd want to have a way to.
That's true.
Because otherwise, then you may have just swung the pendulum in your favor ending the round, but now you're letting them start the next round with 4 resources, and that could be problematic.
Right.
And I'm wondering, if Ezra's special, stealing those resources is a great way. And on the Yoda and the Sabine Yoda side, I think you have to deal with that potential, or play Hyperspace Jump after they've spent the resources on something.
Something, and then they don't get to activate it this round. I just want them gone. One way or the other, I want them gone.
All gone.
All gone.
I want all the resources, dang it.
I can tell. You need them.
I do.
For sure.
It's a hard life.
Yeah, but so Hyperspace Jump, back up a little bit and just say it's a 3 resource cost yellow hero event. In the action phase, you may switch the battlefield with a battlefield that is not being used. Set this card aside instead of discarding it. So you only have 2 of them. That prevents the looping action. And then, it's a great card from Awakenings. It's got 9 more months of viable play in standard format. So
get it while you can. Get it while it's hot.
So I really like that last little the last couple words with the battlefield not being used, and then set this card aside instead of discarding it, which it doesn't say on the one I'm showing.
I'm assuming that's probably the original text, the one that you're showing.
Yeah, let's see.
So that was the nerf for those of you that may not have known. This card originally, you didn't set it aside. And that's what allowed it to be looped, is you could pull it back out of your discard pile with something else.
For sure.
I had it looped on me. It's annoying as crap.
It's extremely annoying.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It is one of 4 cards that has actually had its text changed since it was printed, which is pretty good considering we got 4 sets out and we only have had 4 erratas.
Yeah.
And that excludes the power, the balance of the force where the point cost got changed.
Yeah.
So
all in all,
I would say if you are playing Yellow Hero, and Yellow's got a huge resurgence with Legacies. If you're playing Yellow Hero, this is definitely think of Hyperspace Jump not as a way of getting your battlefield on the table. That's kind of an added bonus. Think of it more as a way to shut down your opponent and to get yourself out of a really tight situation. Especially modified 4 Maul Saber with 4 melee side. Oh, disgusting.
I feel like that's the best way to do it. Like, that's throw the table anger, is like your opponent has all this damage out and you're like, man, I'm gonna Hyperspace Jump and see ya.
Especially if they're like trying to focus up their die to get to a big swing, and then you do it right before they can resolve. Like that hurts. That really hurts, especially because they spent resources and used cards and discarded cards to re-roll, and then that happens. It's really, it puts a big wrench in your spokes.
For sure. You put wrench in spokes?
No,
and then
that's what happens.
And then you flip over the handlebars.
You're not supposed to, and if you do it, you get messed up.
All right, let's give something away.
Let's do it.
Look, I did this for you
revolution, and I'm not in it for you, princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
All right, so you guys are continuing the fun out there on the Facebook page, of which I very much appreciate. Not as many long answers this week, however, some funny ones. So,
yeah, it was a bit of a quiet week on the answers.
A little quiet. I don't know, have to up the ante. Maybe everybody got their hands on that on those 2 cards. So our fabulous AT-AT is here.
Yeah.
So last week, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I wasn't cool enough with maybe y'all didn't dig the question, I don't know. But what character combination are you most looking forward to playing in Trilogy format and why? So maybe we haven't really talked about Trilogy a whole lot yet on the show. Maybe we'll do that in a week or 2. So maybe I was just a little early.
Maybe.
But I'll wait till I pull out a winner. Or it isn't who I was gonna holler out to. Oh, I dropped it. I'm sorry. Now they're running away. Okay.
Oh, someone's going to be upset. That was them.
I'm sorry. Ha! All right. So, congratulations to Brent Crow.
All right, Brent.
Who said, I've been trying out... Yeah, I couldn't read my own writing. I've been trying out Ehan. 2 clone troopers. It has a ton of free re-rolling. I'm all into that. Although that deck sometimes suffers from freeze disease. It comes up a little short on resources at times. So kudos to Brett for not only winning, but coining the phrase breeze disease.
I like it.
For a deck that struggles to have resources. Like my life. That was funny. I cracked up when I read that. And our buddy Joe as well. Wrote me a very funny response. So, sorry you didn't win, Joe. That's what you get for not being here to hang out in the chat. I'm just kidding. That's not how we pull things.
Joe had like 3 paragraphs, I feel like.
Joe had, and then he answered it in the first like 5 words and then just continued to write things.
And made sure
specifically
you
stating, because Kim has to write all this. So
keep those long answers coming.
Yeah, you guys are a blast on Facebook, so thank you. And Brett, be sure to message us your information over on the Facebook page, and we will get... What did we give away? Oh, the Poe and Phasma from the Star Wars Insider. Those are pretty sweet full art cards, so we'll get those out to you.
Absolutely. For everyone else, it's another week and another question. What are your character predictions for the next set of Star Wars Destiny? And this week we're going back into the far reaches of Q1 tournament kits and giving away the fan alt art. Sorry, not fan, official alt art Electroshock. So from that Q1 kit back before we all were playing in tournaments.
That's one of my favorite full arts. I really do like that Electroshock with R2.
I think I actually got rid of my 2 original Electroshocks, and the only 2 I have are those 2. It is so beautiful. I like them a lot.
Very cool.
They're cool.
Absolutely. So we're going to transition into our discussion section after this short message from our sponsor.
Want to get notifications when your favorite game is released, goes on sale, or changes price? This is a great feature you can find over at Miniature Market. They have an extensive selection of games, game supplies, and of course, Star Wars Destiny. With any item, you can get notifications when the item is in stock, drops in price, and much, much more. And of course, you can purchase singles, booster packs, and booster boxes, all from the comfort of your computer or mobile device. Their rewards program gives points to repeat customers to use towards discounts on future purchases. Miniature Market also has an extensive buyback program, and will even increase the value of your cards by up to 30% if you choose to receive store credit. And don't forget free shipping on orders over $99. Miniature Market, a proud sponsor of the Chance Cube.
What just happened?
Utini!
I Utini'd.
You Utini'd.
I Utini'd!
Oh, that's a good one.
Last week I had a pretty poor Utini, so I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it.
I love it. I made a boo-boo. There have been 8 errated cards.
Oh.
8?
8, yes.
How many did you say? 7?
I said 4.
Oh, well, times
There was
2.
another wave of 4 that happened after that. I think.
We'll put that in the corrections corner.
My bad, peoples. party peoples out there.
You're only off
it's
by
not
half.
party peoples. There's nobody like talking in the chat tonight. Everybody's quiet.
Yeah. Oh, that one came
out there stirring them all up.
That was from a direct message from someone who's actually watching the podcast, but didn't want to call me out in the chat.
Oh,
you should call him out in the chat. It's
nice.
way more fun.
Yeah, it's way more fun to call him out in the chat.
Anyways, so discussion. We're going to talk a little bit today about what next set. We always tend to do one of these before we get any sort of announcements of what's to come, and I think this one's even particularly interesting because we've gotten a wide breadth of Star Wars represented in all the sets so far. Legacies saw everything from prequel battle droids to Rose and Finn from The Last Jedi. Mm-hmm. And so here we are looking at what should we expect from the next set? Do you think we're going to get any sort of new cards? Are we, in terms of card types, are we going to continue down a development path where we may actually use some of these character subtitles? Where is Destiny going now that Jeremy is at the helm and things have definitely shaken up for the better as far as Legacy is concerned?
Where do I start? I have a big old list of everything.
You do have a big old list.
Mike has a lot of predictions.
Yeah. This not predictions, speculation.
Speculation. Very important.
And I will preface all of this by saying that not all of these are my independent thought. Some of these I got from talking to guys on Star Wars Destiny discussions, saw the things, just talking to my friends. So I won't claim all these. If you thought of this before I did, don't write me a hate email. I'll give you credit. So
Mike at the chance.
Mike at thechancecube.com. Send all your hate mail there. I don't read it. So where should I start? I'm gonna start I'm gonna start halfway down.
Like halfway down. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle.
You got some good stuff in the middle.
What I think would be my favorite thing to get in the next set would be support creatures. So you get like
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, like a Rancor or the what is it, the Bogula? How do you say that? That's from the thing that messes with your mind. Bogula? Is it Bogula? Ugh, I can't remember.
The Borgullet.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, get like something like that. I think support.
How many times have you seen The Force Awakens, Kim?
Several times.
Yes. When Bodhi Rook got... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Not The Force Awakens. Rogue One.
Yeah, when Bodhi gets...
Oh, I've only watched Rogue One 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
That one's so
early
good.
in the film, Bodhi Rook got his, sucked by the creature with his brain and Saul was
everything the real creepy.
Bogula, the thing is cool. So I think support characters would be pretty fun.
So can I pose this question? Will there be a Tauntaun to put Luke?
Yes, that is one of the die sides. Pick Luke up and hang him upside down for one turn. Yes,
what?
I think that would be good.
You heard
it that's interesting. I like the idea of
why not? I mean,
an upgrade.
Can I have a Loth Wolf then?
Sure.
All right, I'm in.
You can have whatever you want.
I'm in. I'm down with some Loth Wolves.
Support. Well, I mean, droids can be supports, then creatures could be supports, right?
I would think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
And would they all be neutral? And would their dice randomly attack you too?
That would be pretty cool.
Seems legit.
They'd accidentally roll the wrong side. Only one die side that affects you.
It's like Jar Jar times 12.
Oh, it would get crazy if your creatures could turn on you and mess you up. That'd be cool. And everybody in the chat.
It's an interesting concept.
In the chat, what would be your creature of choice if you could pick a creature to be a support?
Ooh, that's exciting.
I bring a question to them.
No, I do like. I like that idea of. I think supports is where you're going to be able to see some expansion with some of these types of things. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at your list. I'm going to bounce around your list a little bit. I like the. I don't know how a Death Star would work, but
yeah,
it would have to be a triple size. It'd be 4 cards you have to put together. So you only have parts of the Death Star. You have to build it as you play.
Okay, that just brought something cool up. Yeah, you have to bring out like 3 different supports that all cost a different amount. And once you get all 3 of them out, you get to...
Then you have the Death Star power.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers into the Megazord. And you Megazord up. And you get the Death Star. I like it.
Because I feel like that can't be one card. Like, I mean, it would be like a 10 resource. But... I mean, and it wasn't built. We all know that it wasn't built at once, right? So you piece it together.
Does Destiny have a big enough deck size to like have some sort of assembly mechanism?
Maybe a 2 card, and maybe not 3 cards. That would get that would be what? That's 10% of your deck almost.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it depends on if you're risky and you only throw in 1 copy of each and hope to get to it.
Yeah, I'd say they wouldn't do something like that. And then of course you have like that last chance card where you like. Your turn's over, but you get to ready out your characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they could go that route. And now with the LCG dying, like, you could have the whole Death Star, like, blowing up stuff thing, since they don't need it anymore.
Yeah, they don't. They're gone.
I like it.
Yeah. But I like the, I mean...
We might be jumping the shark a little bit, but I like it.
No, it's fine. I mean, we're kind of on this, like, what other kind of card types do we want to see? Is it too early to see something new since we got plot cards, since we got indirect damage? Is it too early? I mean, plot cards didn't have a huge impact on the game.
But think about it. So we had the pool, so we had lightsaber pool, right?
Sure.
And then we saw new stuff in this. So, I mean, they didn't, I don't know. It seems plausible that there could be another mechanic type in there.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe another pull a card and shuffle your deck. Because there's only 1 card that does that now, right?
Oh, another digging card?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could
We've only got the one, really.
Or if you could dig through your deck and not have to reshuffle.
Ooh.
That would be kind of crazy. Or like you flip over the top cards until you get to the card that you were looking for, and then you have to put everything back on the order it came. So you could theoretically dig through your whole deck and know what you're getting, or you could pull the top card and have no foresight on your deck.
Speculation. So I do like now. So what's another thing? They brought in the whole Mother Talzin thing. So you're flipping over cards based on resource costs, and that was something that the original Star Wars game had a lot of, because back when Decipher made it, because a lot of it was based on that resource cost component of the card. So I wonder if that's what's inspired that, and if we'll see more of the flip over the top card, and if it's X, Y, or Z, then you win kind of situations. It's really interesting.
I like that element, or guessing, or like with Kylo's special ability, where you guess that.
Sure. Yeah, all that stuff's really, really exciting. So, what specifically from the Star Wars universe would you like to see in the next set or future sets?
I have more clone troopers, like Rex. I think you had mentioned Rex, Mike.
I did. I put more droid focus with Rex, so Rex would be more the leader, and you would get some supports, and maybe have a mechanic where if you roll a special side, Rex brings another support out.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Good. Yeah, Rex, I would like to see for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like his time's coming.
Yeah, they're kind of working their way through the canon.
They're dabbling around. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, they went into Rebels, so I mean, they can kind of work their way over to Rex now.
Yeah, we had it. Yeah, well, every set seems to pull from everywhere, which is great because it makes it mass appeal.
Yeah.
I know, Mike, you said bringing the Darksaber in would be great.
Ooh, yeah. Darksaber's bad.
That makes sense. I don't see... that's something that's absolutely coming.
So what color is
next set? Ooh, that's a good question. Like, is it neutral or is it...
Is it dual color or is it gray? Because it can't be just one color, I don't think, unless the one color is gray. Because we see Sabine with the Darksaber, and then we also saw... Ooh, who else do we see wield the Darksaber? Help me out,
the
Jason.
guy with the thing.
It does have a Force origin. Darksaber is a very ancient
Mandalorian
Jedi weapon. So is it blue yellow? Could it be played in either deck? I think that'd be great, right? Then Sabine could use it without having to have a blue character on the field. I struggle with it. I struggle with it being gray. Because then you're allowing red to use it also, and I don't know if any red character wielded it. But I would love to. That brings a point. I'd love to see dual colored cards.
I'm telling you, Jim Breeze has been saying dual colored cards and or like characters since like early on. I could totally see that happening.
Do you think we'll have a fourth color ever show up? It'll destroy our brand logo, but
it will. I don't know. I would think at this point, why would you enter color this far into the?
Just real quick, so we can kind of put a little lid on the dark saber. One time, the ruler of the Mandalorians wield this blade. The saber is an important symbol to the house, and it's respected by other clans. The dark saber was an ancient and unique black-bladed lightsaber created by Tar Zilsla, the first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order.
Ooh.
1032 BBY. In case you nerds wanted to know the day.
That's before the Battle of Yavin.
Are there any Star Wars fans that don't know what BBY is?
Well, there may be.
No, Kim.
I didn't know.
Okay, I put a black box over your camera now.
I am out of the club.
Out the club.
I was about to say there are plenty of people who are not Star Wars fans who play this game, but
that's true. That's true.
We like them too, but not as much.
I'm always just curious on how those people found the game, because everybody I know found it through the IP.
Who did we talk to? There was somebody we talked to. Maybe it was at Nova. I feel like that, or at least that I've heard that followed the game because of Jeremy for one, and then followed the game because of. So it was more of a design follower. It was.
That's possible.
It was more, and it was Lucas. So Lucas designed this, so that's why I came to this game.
Sure.
And same thing with Jeremy. So I had heard that mentioned a couple of times, which is cool. I mean, I buy games without ever playing them, based on who the designer was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of Feld stuff sitting on my shelf because Feld.
Stefan.
Oh, I like. Sorry, I'm going down Mike's list of things to speculate on. A battlefield with a die.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool.
How fun would that be?
I like the idea of die coming in from other places. I would love to see a plot card with a die too.
So in a plot card with a die, you would continue playing it the whole game? You would keep that die the whole game, or you would only?
I feel like I'd have to go back and forth.
I'm kind of bummed out that plot cards don't have any sort of lasting effect.
They will.
That's what I'd love to see more of, because right now you play them and then it's like, ooh, bring this to the top, and then it's gone. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I played that one in draft and it was super helpful. So maybe they're just testing the waters with it. So maybe we'll see more in-depth plot cards.
So how about you get a blaster as a plot card, and it says that as long as you resolve this die, it goes into your pool. But as soon as that die is removed or finishes on a blank and you don't resolve it, it gets discarded or gets.
I'm out from the get-go on that thing. I'll get like one roll in, out.
No, you just have to be really smart about it and use your action cheating to try and just get it in real quick, resolve, finishes. Or roll it in late when they have no resources and no mitigation or something. Mm-hmm. Even if you only get it one time and you get 2 damage off of it or something, that's 2 damage.
Right.
We've seen that plot cards aren't doing a ton, but they are helping, and they're almost free because you're not necessarily building your deck to use these plot cards. You're filling up the rest of the space. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just an extra perk at this point. Yeah. And I think that could change. But
it could.
I think it may change more, maybe not so much in Constructed, but it certainly made an impact in Draft.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I look at there is 1 or 2 battlefields now that have a lasting effect as you control them. And I can see a plot card having that kind of ability where your first X is 1 cheaper each round, or your blue cards is self-destruct when the red cards come in play. That was supposed to be funny. You're supposed to laugh at that. Y'all
I'm trying to
miserable.
listen to you and think about my next words that are coming out of my mouth. It's a little tough. All right.
My point is so cool. My point is.
I can't forget this, and I already forgot it, so it doesn't matter anyways.
Sorry, guys.
Shoot.
Yeah, or maybe a plot card that gives you a decent advantage, but it only is there until your opponent pays 2 resources to remove it.
For sure.
And that's good mitigation. Yeah.
That's kind of like, oh gosh, what's that card that does that? Or something along those lines. Prison to... The tension block does that, where you have to pay for it to go away or something.
And doesn't Hondo take your resources also? If you
can pay him to not do damage. Yeah.
So that's kind of
something like
thing.
that.
I feel like I should play Hondo. People pay me.
You need money, so there you go. There's your in right there, and it's mitigation. You're taking their money.
I love Hondo as a character anyway. So
yeah,
he's dirty. I like it.
And Mike, you said something too here that I like that I've talked about before. Oh, the more named weapons or specific cards that attach to specific characters.
Yep.
Yeah. I think they tested the water this last set, and they're gonna.
Yep, I think so too.
And I think you're gonna hopefully we'll see more of like bounty hunter weapons or like can only be played on a smuggler kind of things. I think as the card pool gets bigger.
Well, and you're seeing there's more specific titles on cards, which I think we noticed. Maybe Empire at War set. We went, hey, like they're more specific here.
The title.
Why?
Cards.
Yeah. So why? So I feel like there's something brewing with that as well.
Sure, and we know they're planning at least a year in advance with stuff. So
right,
who knows what they're trying to set up for the next once rotation kicks in. What's the next standard look like?
I think that'll be huge when the rotation hits. That will be huge.
We really need a Vader saber. Is what we need.
I feel like you're gonna need another. I mean, we have all these Vader, but I mean, there's Daddy Vader. Oh, I hate calling him that, but that's from Awakenings. There's got to be something comparable for him. Like, how can you not continue to have a character like that in the game at some point? So I feel like you'll see a reappearance of that character once it's cycled out.
Yeah,
and with changes, but you still got to have the Darth Vader. I mean, you still got to have Darth Vader. Like
maybe they just reprint it, so that
maybe that's how they'll do that.
Yeah, eventually they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna have to start reprinting some cards, especially support cards, or I'm sorry, event cards, because there's only so many things you can do, and they put out so many good cards like Lightsaber Pull. I feel like they'll have to bring that card back, or something that's exactly the same thing, comparable.
We've seen that a little, right? Where they take an event and it gets a little oomph with that next set. Like, oh, it does what this card did plus this other small action. Yeah. Of which I can think of 0 examples, but they're out there. I'm like, there's a car, I got nothing. I drew a blank on. I know there is one talked about on another show. Hey, Mother Guy says hi.
All right.
You didn't like any of my stuff on my list, Jason.
I haven't gotten to your list yet.
We're working through mine right now. So
all right, you did have more genuinely good thoughts than I did.
So speaking, your creature idea, but actually having them creatures as 1 to 3 point characters. So with health.
Yeah. So with health, and that would be to kind of like I talked about earlier, filling that little gap in Palpatine's. Palpatine's cost, so you would fill it up, and this creature could kind of be a little shield, or maybe creatures can have the Guardian keyword, some sort of faithful something or other, and it
as long as I get a love.
It tries to dive in front of bullets for you or something. Who knows?
That seems fair.
But
somebody has said characters you can ride, and I can't remember who it was, but it was on the show, and we've talked about it, and I don't.
What is the riding mechanic? What do you get when you ride?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like a second activation or something?
Said it. God, I feel like it might have been Ruben, but I'm not really sure.
No, it was an answer to a giveaway question.
It was?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Because I'm like, we've said the words on the show. Yes, you're right. It was, and I don't remember who it was. I apologize.
I would like to say all the weird stuff comes from giveaway answers, but it's not true.
Some of it comes from Kim.
I don't like your statement that you want more thermal weapons for Sabine.
I don't like that either.
And
I didn't say that I liked it. I just think it's going to happen. I didn't say I was on.
I think we haven't seen any because of how powerful she has become.
I still think it's running interference more than it is Sabine. I'm sorry. I think it is. Like, now I'm going to get the hate mail.
Thermal paint was basically to appease those people.
Oh, that
like
you know
here,
how many
you got a
versions
thermal
of that
card.
damn card I have. Oh my god!
Take this thermal card.
I have close to 20 copies of that card from all the stuff that we bought. I'm gonna put it in like my nephew's bicycle spokes and let him ride off into the wind.
Mm-hmm.
I said that reference today. Putting a card in. I said I wouldn't even put that card in my bicycle spoke, and the kid didn't even know what I was talking about.
I didn't know if you guys would all know Jump the Shark when I said it earlier. So.
I guess we can all deduce.
We'll talk after the show.
You also put old Luke on here, and I'm intrigued by the idea of what force projection would be.
Oh, that would be cool. Force projection card?
It'd be like you have.
That's almost more what I was going for. Yeah, because like he was just crotchety collecting green milk. I mean, essentially that's all Luke did until he projected him. More hate mail. Kim at the Chance Q. Luke's always been crotchety. I'm sorry, he's a whiny little brat. So, who drinks green milk and blue milk and bleh.
So maybe...
But force projection, I think, would be amazing.
Maybe for force projection, we could have a card that looks exactly the same, but maybe has like a little bit of waviness in it. And you put that card over the other card until, you do 3 damage on it, and then that card disappears. So it's like a...
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be like some sort of like shield type thing that would take a damage prior to your character taking.
Yeah, like plastoid armor or something like that. So,
yeah.
Or you could even do it like what's that? Oh my god, how did I forget that card? Where you have to discard cards for the amount of damage you're going to receive.
Force illusion.
Yeah, force illusion. My brain froze up real quick.
I remembered one.
Good job, Kim.
It's only the card every blue deck has.
I play the card in every deck.
I played it a lot. Yeah,
I don't know why I forgot it. All right. Yes. Force illusion. So like force illusion, you would have to do some sort of discard to suck the damage up, and then that card's discard.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome.
I kind of dig it. And maybe it's something only like a Jedi Master character
title
could use.
We're getting the titles. Yeah, I like it.
I think eventually that's going to build into something, because then why else?
For theming.
Okay.
Do you think they're going that deep in the theming?
No. The only deep theming is the flavor text that they put on every 17th
But they've
card.
done a good job of pulling characters out of canon that otherwise people wouldn't even... I mean, the general who are not deep Star Wars fans wouldn't know about some of these characters. Dr. Aphra is a great example.
Oh, I learned all my episode 4 generals from the original Star Wars card game. Like, I wouldn't know who Taj and Mahdi and all those people were without being a nerd. Anyways, continue.
My town.
Anything else on your list, Kim?
The thing I think I had said is I think Hera's time is still... So we thought that she would be a big force with vehicles last set, and she wasn't. And so, part of me is just hoping more than speculating that Hera's time is still coming.
For sure.
All right. She's got really a magnificent. Close. I mean, I feel like she's got an amazing ability, and so it just surprises me that she's not out there.
Well, we got some guys in my local meta that are playing hero vehicle decks and are doing pretty well.
Yeah. Again, I mean, hero vehicle's doing great, so I'm like, where's she at? When's she coming?
They're just better options right now than her, but soon I think we will definitely see some more Hera played. Because you're correct, her ability is awesome.
Yeah, and I will say I'm waiting on because I'm going to be sad when Awakening cycles out and I lose my favorite support, which is Awakening. I think it's Awakening that allows you to resolve a modified die as if it were not modified. That thing has come in handy for me more times than I can count.
Mm-hmm. So, just so people that do not know the card, Hera has a single special side, and it reads, play a vehicle from your hand for free. After the action phase ends, if the vehicle is still in play, return it to your hand. So basically, you're using like a C-3PO to get a focus, or resolve his die as the special side, and play your vehicle out for free. Something big that's going to put about a bunch of damage, and it goes right back in your hand. Do the same thing the next turn. The only reason I think maybe it's not played a ton right now is because it's slow, and everybody thought the meta was going to slow down. I feel like it did for a minute, but it's already ramping back up. Everybody continues to find the most aggressive way to play, and that's the way it keeps going.
Yep.
So
I totally agree.
I think that's why we saw Hera in the beginning, but we didn't see her later or now.
That makes sense.
Is because of that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Vehicles was doing really well for a couple weeks there, and then and now it's like forget it. And Hero Vehicles, the Hero Vehicle deck was not Hera.
No, it's Rose,
Ayla, Rose, and Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely Hera.
I'm trying to think what the other one was.
But yeah, so I'm a little shocked that she wasn't part of that formula. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, Rose is a lot cheaper, right? Let's see.
Yeah,
I think that's
that's 5 wide. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, she's really not that much cheaper. 811 for her and 912 for Hera. I guess that 1 point is really what's getting you from 2 to 3 wide.
Sure. Yeah. Any other fun thoughts of things you'd like to see coming forward?
I wrote here about maybe some more Talzin cards with like an exile mechanic.
That would be cool.
Yeah, something to help get rid of a discard loop, something like that.
I wonder if, I don't want to go too far into spoiler stuff, but with the end of Rebels, there was a couple things I could see being brought in.
Sure.
I'm not going to go any further than that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But
there's some definitely.
Once you watch it, there's some stuff.
There's some new Force abilities, even.
Yeah.
We could we plan a battlefield that's a world between worlds?
Ooh.
Whoa.
Can we have better art for Force Rend?
No. Too late. You have to wait for the reprint in 3 sets.
Right.
Oh no.
I don't think.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, that was good. I'm looking forward to. I think we're going to see something sooner than later. I know we've been talking about it. I even wrote down our predictions, and none of our predictions have come true yet.
Really?
Am I off the clock?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm close.
I think I threw it away. I think you
For
were.
the love of Pete.
You were week 2 of March. I think you were the latest
one in charge.
Yeah, I think I said first week of March. And
so Kim, you still have one more week to prove that you were right.
Well, we could still make it. Well, it's the 6th. No,
like
we already had a
we
week.
made it.
So
I should know what day it is. I just closed escrow on my house.
And if anybody else actually knows, if anybody else actually knows what jumping the shark means, message me or tell Jason and Mike what it's from.
Is it from Jaws?
I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you two after the show.
All right.
All right.
I'm not that much older than you. Good Lord.
So let's move on to our questions from the episode.
There you go.
There can be no mistakes this time.
So the chat has been super quiet. All of y'all have really disappointed me this evening.
Yeah, where is everybody?
I don't know. However, we did have some
on a Tuesday night.
We did have some pre-submitted questions to the show because Joe, our resident chat troll, was unable to join the show this week. But he did give us some questions for us to discuss.
He gave some good questions.
He did.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
First of which is, what card from Awakenings do you want to see reprinted, and what card do you want to see get sent out the garbage chute? For me, it's Vader and Sith Holocron.
But which is what? I'm assuming he's answered in the order which he wants.
He wants a reprint of Vader, and he wants Sith Holocron to burn.
Sith Holocron in the
Why?
garbage.
It doesn't even get any more play. That already kind of went down the garbage
I'm really surprised that it doesn't. I just don't think that those. I don't see those cards that were being used for it getting played much anymore either.
Well, you don't really need to play very expensive blue cards to blue weapons to do a lot of damage. Everything that blue villain is accessing is 2 cost mostly.
Yeah, and I know when I was trying to build with it most recently, it just wasn't worth the spot in my deck. Like it wasn't worth. I was like, it's not saving me that much by taking up a slot in my deck.
For me, let's see, reprint. I'm gonna go with our earlier one that we talked about, Electroshock. That card is bad.
That's pretty good. I would, and I'm still gonna stick with that. My support.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What did you say there?
Oh, my support of Awakening.
Ah,
you want that reprinted?
I want that one. I love that card. It doesn't get enough play.
Down the garbage chute. Oh, go ahead, Jason, with your.
I don't know.
My reprints. I would love to see a reprint. I want the next wave of standard to still have the ability to play a card that I'm going to now say. I don't really have one.
I was like, what are we building up to? I don't know.
I'm not super. I mean,
insert Han Solo.
I mean, Palpatine is. I'm certainly drawn to as a character. I don't know if he's going to be viable much longer, just because the game is changing.
Do you think they'll create another version of him?
I mean, we
have like Senator, almost like Senator, like Palpatine.
I mean, we've got.
We have a Darth Sidious.
We could have that in between one. I don't know. I mean, I'd love to have one that's more powerful than the one we have in Legacy, but maybe not as crazy as the you can only play me elite by myself character.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of that.
Maybe we'll get a Snoke to replace.
That's gotta happen.
Yeah, and that could replace Palpatine, and that would be. But then they gotta make enough room for a Praetorian Guard to be in there too.
Will you get Snoke and Snoke's legs? Will that be 2 different cards? Snoke.
It's gonna be a 2-parter that you have to put together to make
like
one
Maul
character.
Too? You're gonna Maul in his legs as well.
Is Maul in his spider legs?
His spider legs. All right, I digress. I don't know what I would throw down the garbage.
Running interference.
That's not an Awakenings card, is it?
Oh, from Awakenings. Oh, sorry. I totally didn't read that part of the question, so nothing I said mattered. That's awesome.
That's what I said. Just insert Han Solo.
Insert Han Solo. Gosh. Well, I mean, from Awakenings, I don't rather care to see Hyperspace Jump ever again.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would say that too because I'm a villain player, so I will throw every hero card in the trash.
Salvage Stand isn't from there. God, I hate Salvage Stand.
Ooh, I like Salvage Stand. That's a good card.
Because you're a villain and you play it. That's why you like it. And I get it played against me, and it takes my stuff.
Yes. It takes
my stuff. I don't know. Good question, Joe. I don't know.
Next question. Now that we are a couple months into Legacies, what card surprised you the most? Legacies has made Seventh Sister more powerful.
Right.
Even though it's not a Legacies card.
Yeah. I didn't. I saw Mother Talzin and I thought she was cool, but I didn't think she would get a lot of play. And now I see a ton of people playing her, which is very cool.
I would say Rose has surprised me the most.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a big
I didn't expect anything out of that card.
Sure.
And I think Ayla is one of the most powerful and underrated. Like, I don't know that I think we talked about her some going, man, that's a pretty decent card, but she's come out swinging. I mean, winning a lot of regionals.
For sure. No, I totally agree. And lastly, is anyone going to Worlds willing to grab me that Palpatine card? Whoever does, I will not troll for a while.
Do you notice he just says for a while, an undetermined amount of time?
Yes, he did.
I'm not going to Worlds, so I'm out.
Which will be like the 6 days in between. That's when he won't troll you.
That's 6 whole days.
That is 6 whole days. And in the Hangout, that's a lot of time.
That's true. Well, I think for me, it all depends on whether or not he continues to show up to troll our show.
Oh,
because if he's going to continue to bail and just send us questions in advance, then I have no motivation.
And
he plays the family thing card. I know. I consider it, but it depends on how selfish I get, and if there's more stuff that I want for myself.
Right. If I got a Palpatine alt art, I'd probably want to keep it for myself.
Sure thing.
Palpatine's probably not the first one that I would pick. Like, there's some other ones that I would probably.
Well, that's the participation.
I want that. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
no,
everybody gets one.
Obi-Wan. I want an Obi-Wan.
All right. Well, if no one else has any other questions out there in the Twitch sphere, then we are going to wrap the show up a little Star Wars.
Going twice.
The Jedi. What do you know?
Star Wars Rebels is over.
I've got the last hour to watch before I go to bed tonight, but I already spoiled. I already know what happens. I always spoil.
You are horrible.
I know this girl can't just be amazed.
I actually yesterday.
I can't. I
So
need
here's
to know.
Yep. Here's my Star Wars Rebels story. I went to watch it last night thinking my DVR was going to record it, and it did not record the first of the 2 episodes. So I said, I cannot look at my phone for till it drops on demand.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you didn't answer me.
No, I didn't answer anyone last night because there was a Twitter chat with Coffee with Kenobi folks that I knew I could not look at it.
You know, I blame Amy Radcliffe because she's the one that posted everything, and I like reading her stuff.
Fair. Yeah, no, we watched it first thing this morning because it finally dropped on the cable on demand, and that was. It was good.
For the record,
I'm very pleased with it.
For the record, like 2 weeks ago. For the record, like 2 weeks ago when I watched that, I knew what was happening, and I was still emotionally engaged in what was happening.
Sure.
And whatnot. So.
No, that makes sense.
I just need to be prepared.
Yeah.
That's why.
So since Mike's not listening anymore and just eating his food. Well, you haven't even seen the end, so I don't want to.
But I know what's happening.
I know.
I know everything that happens.
Anyways,
I don't know if I'm. No, you're good.
No,
you're fine. You're fine. I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know. I've spoiled it and I've read what happens, and I don't know if I completely agree with it, which is why I need to watch it. I don't know that I'm totally on board with how.
Oh, you need to watch it. Watch it. Let me know how you feel after you watch it. All right.
I will.
Other than that, that's still. I'm very excited.
But what's next? That's my big thing. Like, now,
watch it and you'll find out.
No. Not what I'm saying. What's the next show? Like that.
Watch it and you'll find out.
You think that's what it's gonna be?
He totally set up a series at the end of this episode.
All right, well that's what I read, and I just didn't know if that was. I'll watch it. But how long do I gotta wait for that crap?
The last 2 minutes.
No. For the next thing. How long am I gonna wait on that?
Oh.
I don't know. They'll probably say something at the next big Comic-Con.
I'm not a patient person.
We can tell him.
Not a patient person.
Arjalea, we will, if you become a Twitch member, we will get that Patreon stuff sent over to you. Jason will handle all that.
Oh,
He's in charge of mailing things.
Yep. Sorry.
We only give him small responsibilities.
Absolutely. So stepping out of Star Wars for a minute, they're Twitch subscribers, which is great, and we're definitely excited about everyone who subscribes to the show via Twitch. I don't get a whole lot of information from people, so I'm going to have to start finding it, because I think I can send emails, but I don't even give the email addresses. So
okay,
I will get that. I'll get that rolling here. Not before I go to bed, then tomorrow, and we'll get everything rolling for all those who have subscribed via the Twitch. We definitely appreciate all that.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, again, thank you so much.
Yeah, remember, if you're an Amazon Prime member, then you subscribe to our channel for free.
And you got to redo it every month.
As part of your Amazon subscription. So it costs you nothing, and it helps support our network. So thanks.
Oh, so Kim, what's up with you?
So did you guys see that John Williams said that episode 9, am I doing my math right, is his last for doing the music? I think that's ending the trilogy. It's ending the trilogy, so that makes sense, because a lot of these spin-offs has not had his music in it. Mm-hmm. But I'm still a little like, oh.
Well, the movies will always be there, so you can always go back and listen to the soundtracks.
I love his music.
Yeah, he does a great job with the soundtracks.
And like I said before the show started, I'm still really dying for this Chewbacca thing that I talked to you guys about. But it doesn't come out till the fall.
Do you want this Chewbacca thing?
I want this Chewbacca. It's this interactive Chewbacca.
And it's a Chewbacca.
It's amazing. Go Google it if you haven't found it. It's from the Hasbro. It's at the New York Toy Fair, and it's Hasbro.
Or watch the stream.
Until the fall. Or watch last week's.
You can watch the vlog from last week.
I have to wait a lot longer than I thought. Like, again, not a patient person. So you told me this is available. I want it next week. Take my money. Give me Chewbacca. Dang it. He was going to be on the show. I had a whole thing planned, and now I got to wait till the fall.
Yeah. It'll be all right. It'll be here before you know it. Time flies, Kim.
I know, and then it'll be fall, and then almost winter. And you don't have winter in California, so you don't, or Florida. I don't want to hear either one of you.
What's winter? My new house is 1.2 miles from the beach. I don't know what winter is.
I'm coming to live in your balcony.
In the podcast room?
I'm living in the podcast room.
All right, party people. Mike, do you have anything?
No, I'm lame. I don't have any Star Wars news right now. I just play...
I
play Super Star Wars. I play Super Star Wars on Super Nintendo a lot.
Woo!
I'm trying to get my speed runs down for that. And this is the most amazing thing I got was this koozie.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool koozie, though. What does it say for those who can't see it?
It says, you underestimate the power of the dark side.
I like it. It's a nice Darth Vader koozie.
Yeah, it's nice. And it was in the dollar section at Target. And we got a teeny. Hey, thank you so much for the follow.
It was $1 at Target? I gotta go. Yeah. Target's on my list still, but I'll go look at the dollar section.
Yeah. Fallen 85? Yeah, thank you for the follow.
Thanks.
But other than that, no new Star Wars. The move and the house sale and everything has just got me kind of wrapped up.
That's right.
We totally get it.
We're anticipating a really cool Star Wars setup once you get settled in.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Make this look. This is a joke back here. Wait till you see. Wait till you see what I got planned. I got some cool stuff. That just sitting in boxes.
We may have to have you wear the Poe helmet for a little bit, 5 minutes.
I'll wear the Boba Fett helmet for the whole thing. Or I'll be a Death Trooper and I'll do the Death Trooper sound the whole time, so you won't even know what I'm saying, but I'll just be saying words. All right.
Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks guys for. I don't know who just all these viewers that just popped in here at the last minute. So, thanks for hanging out with us.
Should we do another show now since everybody's on?
Kim needs to go watch Rebels.
Yeah, go watch Rebels. I'll go catch up the whole last season.
Excellent. And everyone, of course, we are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And we love hanging out with you guys. The more who come on and watch the show live and chat, the more fun this becomes for us. But either way, thank you for listening on whatever medium you choose to listen on, whether it be YouTube, audio podcast, or live here at Twitch. We really appreciate it. And keep it tuned. We're going to have some really exciting announcements in the next 2 to 3 weeks of some new content coming, what we're planning for Worlds. It's all happening, and we're super excited about the future of Star Wars Destiny and what we're doing here at the Chance Cube.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited for these announcements. I don't know nothing about them, guys, so I'm going to be listening to them.
I don't know that I know a whole lot either.
This guy tells us about
this guy? Is he over here?
Yo, you're the other way. Other way.
Oh!
I go this way. There
that way. There you go.
Oh, thanks, guys.
And if you are just joining us and you missed the show, make sure to head back and check out the VOD that'll be up shortly. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Bye.
This has been The Chance Cube, a Star Wars Destiny podcast, a non-profit organization dedicated to building community through gaming. Visit our website for all things Star Wars Destiny, including our price watch, meta tracker, and latest articles from the Chance Cube family. Find our latest videos on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit us at patreon.com/thechancecube. Your patronage allows us to grow this program and help us give back to the gaming community by sponsoring events, giveaways, and supporting our own community building initiatives. This is Mike Hill, the voice of the Chance Cube. Thanks for listening. The Chance Cube is not affiliated with Fantasy Flight Games, Lucasfilms, or the Walt Disney Company.